Okay, this is a kangaroo paw. The thing about the kangaroo paws, they kind of have their own personality because these are giant kangaroo paws. So this gets very heavy and starts falling in here. So what we really could do, even though it doesn't look the prettiest when you stake them, it looks much nicer when you free them. But some of these are starting to fall into the path. So we want to keep up with our path and, you know, make sure that you can walk through here. You never want to have to walk anywhere that you have to go like this. It's just not good shui. I don't have a stick for this today. She would want me to use that. But as you can see, if you put a stick in there, it doesn't feel as free-flowing. That's one reason you think twice about putting giant kangaroo paws in your pathway, because it doesn't look half as good if you have to stake them, but they get so heavy in here, they're hard to, you know, keep up with. I'm gonna kind of leave it. I wish it was long enough that I could kind of tuck it over here, but it isn't. So in the meantime, until I do have a stake, I'm gonna still kind of wing it. I can't, it's not gonna wing. So that could use a little extra good loving, but it's not happening today. So with this, the only reason I'm gonna trim this, because these really do best untrimmed, but because it's falling in the path, I'm just gonna go underneath in here and I'm gonna lift some of the grass. I'm gonna go very close to the bottom and I'm gonna cut off some of the blades because they are like grass. Oopsie, you see that? I took one. But you see, if you cut underneath here and you lift it, it rises off the path. Gotta be careful because as you see, I just cut a paw. Cut the paw. But if I go through here and do a little of the cutting underneath, it lift it off the path a little. I'm just gonna kind of go through that. Just a little bit. And then it makes it so you can walk through here. It looks kept with. Like I said, these aren't like the best things to trim up and turn into, you know, something that you really want them to turn into, because they don't always do that, because they're a kind of plant that does best wild. But sometimes if you plant it on your path, you're gonna need to keep up with it. Some of the stuff gets a little bit crusty. It's easy to see which ones need to be cut. But everything grows and they grow off the blades. So, you know, as I'm cutting this grass, you gotta be careful because you can see there's all kinds of kangaroo paws coming out of there. Wait. I'm just gonna take off the crusty. So this was a flower and now it's done. I know it's done because of this. And so I can cut that. But you see there's all kinds of paws coming up in here. This thing can get so moundy and so big. I'm just gonna try to cut out the ones that I can see are brown and crusty. This for sure is. Okay, this is another thing that happens to paw, and I'm gonna cut it and show you. It gets heavy in there. So this one is not gonna work. You see that? Because it was smushed. This happens to paws a lot. If you go in and start looking through the middle, you will find these kind of atrophied kangaroo paw, because it's like, I cut it off. There was gonna be a flower right here, as you can see. And maybe it would still come, but it would still be looking all, you know, verklempt. So I got rid of it. Sorry, buddy. Which is another thing I want to say about plants. You can literally use your hand and lift them and feel like if everything feels okay. You know, I feel all the way up, even on this flower, I'm not hurting it. I can feel if things are okay, if they feel pokey, if they feel like there's something on them. What is feeling dead? All about a feeling. Redo that again. Yep, hold on. I'm just gonna feel. I feel up and I feel if everything feels good, and I'm gentle enough that I can go over the flower and it's still okay. But I want you to come here and I'm gonna show you something interesting. So right in here, this one is gonna start a whole new root. You see that root right there? This is gonna be a whole new plant coming off of this right here. It's so funky. Where it's been cut, it's already starting to regroup. You can see it coming. Where you see the V is how a flower comes in between the V. It's so cool. This one is looking a little atrophied. I can feel it though, when I feel it, and there is something growing in here. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna pull this one, because as I feel it gently, there's all kinds of buds in there. Love that. So really, if you feel your plants, feel them up, baby. And when you do, you know what you got in there. I can feel, like right now, I just feel this leather, and I go down and I see it's a stick of leather. I don't need a stick of leather. Nobody needs a stick of leather. I think I just by accident cut something I shouldn't have, but hey. So this one for sure I'm gonna show you, stay right there. I knew I could get this one because it's done too. You see how hard and stiff this one is? I get them when they're like that. It's always good to get them when they're hard and stiff. Note to self. Come on, Mr. Kangaroo. So I'm looking at, this is already finished. There's a lot of crust on it. This one looked like it was trying to come out, but it didn't. It's brown and dead. And this is definitely gone. So, and you can see there's a little bit of a hole in there. This definitely means somebody's in there that we don't want. I see, I just go through and pick out the crusty more so. Oh, look at that ladybug. That is my mother. She comes wherever I am. I let her smoke where I am, and I let her be where she is. We get along beautifully. I don't know, did you ever know the show called Captain Kangaroo? It was an old show, I am 62, but I remember that show, and every time I see a paw, I always think of Captain Kangaroo. Just a little bit of nostalgia. There we go. There's a load of blooms on here. So much to look forward to with this lantana, so much to look forward to with these paws. They're huge and gorgeous and fabulous. Just makes me so happy.
How's it feel to be in the Toyota family?
It feels, I'm the few, the proud, the Toyota drivers, and this is my fourth one.
4 Tacomas?
4 Tacomas. 1 stolen, 1 totaled, 2 new.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I have my handy dandy trusty broom because I'm gonna use it over here. Welcome. See that? I can just slap it around.
I got caught on your Kangaroo Paw.
I know, I told you, it's horrible. I mean, really, we should cut it because it's literally right here in the path.
Could you tie it?
Yeah, I could tie it, and I guess I could do that. I need a stick.
No, tie it to the fence.
I don't know if it'll reach there without I have the tie. No, it'll look weird.
You don't have to go that far. Give it a little, yeah.
Oh, and then have a big piece. All right, I could do that. I have that. I will.
Yeah,
hold on.
fine. Oh, I see you got your broom out.
Huh?
I see you got your broom.
Yeah, I got my broom. So I can just clean up a little. Okay, hold on. I'm going to get my clear tape, and I'm going to do that, Zach.
Are you, you got a link for those on your store?
On the brooms? No, I'm so glad you said that. Okay, so this is the keys to the kingdom. It's so good and it's clear. So we can always use as much as we need and you don't see some big string coming in. So I'm gonna use this, easily pulled, thank you. Where is that? Oh, I'm the wrong one.
Yeah.
That one that's sticking out, I'm gonna pull it back. I'm gonna go like this because you can't really see it. You see that? I'm gonna go down further. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, shimmy it down.
I'm gonna shimmy in this area. See that? Now you really don't know it's even there. I got a lot of whatcha-facies coming out here. Loads of paw. I'm gonna take this. And you know what? Actually, watch. I'm gonna go down further even. So you don't see it. I'm gonna pull it in here. And I'm gonna go down in here. Wait. Let's pull it away from this. I'm gonna pull it in here. Tie it in here so you don't, well, I'm gonna go over here. Is that too tight?
Yeah. Give it a little slack. A little more. A little more.
Enough?
I'd maybe go like another inch or two.
Yes?
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay. So you can't even really see it in here because I stashed it, which is the keys to the kingdom. Won't even know it's there. Yeah, right? Now it's here and it's away.
Yeah, now try to walk through the walkway.
Right? I'm gonna do that. Hold on, I'm just gonna take these.
Much better.
Much better. That's another thing. You know what? It's always nice to see to see your plant on a few sides. I saw it from that side. I had no idea what it was really going on this side. So it's nice to walk around and catch it from each angle. Now I can just sashay through the garden. Voila. Look at that. That was right in my face. It's no longer here, but it's still right here. And you can't even see the clear thing. That's called Hackowitz, baby.
Hackowitz?
Hackowitz. Just made it Jewish. Oh my goodness. Yes. Wow. She threw away my broom. She's obviously not a witch and doesn't know the ride home.